Welcome back. I am very glad that you were able to reach this level. So in this video, we're going to talk about the do while statement. Do while statement is just like the loop statement that we have in our previous video, like the while and for statement. The do while statement is almost similar to while statement, except that the condition is written at the bottom instead at the top. So to give you a clear example on how to use the do while statement, let's create a new console project in our C# and let's use the do while statement. And then we will compare the difference between the while statement and the do while statement. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let's create a new project. So let's name this do while. So to start using the do while loop, let's first create a variable here that will serve as our counter. Let's say int n is equals to 0, and then do, and then press the tab key twice so that the C# will write the structure of your do while statement automatically for you. Okay, so in here, we will write here n is less than equals to 10. And then we will write here console write line, then followed by the text that we want to print. Okay, but of course, let's not forget to include our placeholder for us to add our n variable in printing our text. And then I will add here a comment stating that this portion here is our do while statement. There you go. And then let's try running this application. Let's save the changes and then hit the start. Okay, for now, as you can see here, it will create an infinite display of I am learning C# text. Okay, it is because that we forgot to include the counter. So there must be a way for us to make this false, because our n has a value of 0, and for the entire duration of this loop statement, n remains 0. So having that value, there's no way for the n to reach a value that is greater than 10. So meaning this will always be true at all times. 0 is always less than 10. So that is true. So if we keep on doing that 0 is always less than 10, then there's no way for us to stop this loop statement. So meaning we need to add somewhere here that our n must be incremented by 1. Okay? Our n must increment at least by 1. Okay, so let's try running the application again. There you go. Okay, so the placeholder remains a placeholder, so we forgot to add the n that will take place our placeholder. So let's stop the application and then add it right here, comma n. Okay, then let's run it again. Okay, so there you go. So we have 0, 1 to 10. Okay, I guess we have to start from 1, not in 0. Okay, so we have to turn this n to 1 so that at 10 we will be able to stop our loop statement. So there you have it. Okay, now if I turn this to 100, our loop here will still at some point execute this block of codes. Why? Because it executes first before it tests the condition. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so there you go. We have a one instance of execution on the block statement of our do. Okay, so why did it happen? Because the first thing that we did here is to execute this before testing it. So that is the reason why there is an instance of execution of this block here, because it executes first before it do the testing. Unlike in the while statement, if we will use the while statement here, let's say while i is less than 10, we will mimic the same process. Okay, I'll just copy this one, paste this inside, turn this to I. Then let's see the difference between them. Okay, I'll turn this to 100. Okay, so in our first example using do while, we have a 100 here, and we were able to execute at least once this block of code within the do and while statement. And for while, we did the same thing. We wrote I to have a default value of 100, and let's see if this condition will become true. Okay, let's run the application. Okay, so we only have the first occurrence for the while. Okay, so let's add more here. Let's add here, let's just add a label here. And then right line again, just to create a space between the result of this to the result of our second loop. Okay, that is the purpose of this right line. And then we will write here while. Okay, so let's try. Okay, for do while, we were able to hit at least once the codes inside the block of our do while loop. But for while, we were not able to hit the codes inside the while loop block. So because I is 100 and I is not less than to 10. 100 is not less than to 10. That is why this is false. So there's no way for us to execute this. Okay? But unlike for our do while, we execute first before we test. That is why at least there is one occurrence. But for while, it tests first before it executes. That is why we don't have a result seeing on this portion. If we are going to turn this to 0 and then hit the run, then there you go. We have a result for our while loop. That's it. And then let's change this to I. Okay, instead of using N, let's use I. So let's run it again. Okay, there you have it. We have this one occurrence at the top, one occurrence for the do while loop, and 11 occurrences for the while loop. So that is the difference between do while loop and while loop. For do while loop, it executes first before it do the testing. But for while loop, it tests first before it executes. While is more strict compared to do while. Okay, so there you go. I hope that these examples were clear to you, and see you in the next videos.